Hello there. This is Rom Wills with the lovely Miss Mocha Angel, and this
Hi.
is the Insecure Lowkey Moving On review.
Hmm.
Oh, girl.
Mm,
All right. So remember, we started the season with the fast forward.
right,
And we didn't know who she was talking to when she said she don't mess with Molly anymore, but now we see she was
right,
talking with Nathan.
correct.
So apparently, between the month between the last episode and this one, which started out the day before the event,
Mm-hmm.
she was saying, "Hey, she don't mess with him." And then Nathan just came back in, and then
Right.
later on, we'll see why he came back in.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I mean, what are your first thoughts? What are your thoughts about that and the episode in general?
Mm, okay. First of all, Molly was just wrong. I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
just totally disagreed with her just going off on Issa like that.
Okay, well, why we build up to that?
Okay. Go ahead.
Because I mean, it was just a slow build up for that, right?
Well,
Because
very slow.
yeah, because she didn't, the episode like Molly, Issa didn't want to mess with Molly, but then Molly was
Mhm.
like she wasn't sure whether or not she should come, and
Right.
so you had that situation. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but then we at the party. We at the
Okay.
party. I'm gonna tell you what, it was kind of entertaining in many ways. We got to see a lot of stuff. First, we saw Condola.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to start a whole new thing. Yeah, her and Lawrence broke up. I thought they were a good couple, but he was just, I don't know,
Mm,
something to do.
he was a fling for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But honestly, I was surprised he didn't show up.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
he did.
weird. Do
I
you
don't
think that was
know.
weird? He wasn't even,
Yeah,
he didn't show up to say, hey, good job, congratulations, hey, great, good. They're not getting back together, at least not right now. I just thought it was weird he wasn't there. So,
yeah. Well, yeah, that'll be season 5 or something. But yeah,
okay.
that'll be interesting to see how that happens. But okay, so
Mm,
they had their little thing. She showed up,
right.
she had hooked Issa up with intern, well, executive assistant. But then you had some other stuff there because
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany was
Ugh.
there with Derek, and Tiffany, I don't think she gonna win Mommy of the Year.
She is not trying to be that child's mother. She ain't got time to be taking care of no baby. Oh my God.
Exactly. Exactly. She seemed like the type. I mean, Derek was more into the baby. I mean, Derek was the one when the baby was crying and everything with the baby said Derek was the one that lived. Tiffany was like, okay, see.
Well, I did take a note. I took notes tonight. So I
Okay.
did write down, I wrote postpartum depression question mark.
Mm,
Okay. Because now
mm,
last week, now we both had said she wouldn't make a great mom, but the more as I watched her, I think she's just mourning her old life, which is that is part of being a mom. You do
okay.
miss the old days. You can't just up and do whatever you want to do anymore. And she's like, I want to party, I want to drink, I want to hang out. It's like, well, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see how that goes with her. I'm just curious to see that is that really the thread or she just being self-centered. We'll see.
You know what? We'll see. She probably
Mhm.
self-centered. She seemed like that, kind of hoity-toity woman.
Oh, she is. She's bougie as hell.
Yeah, so she just might
Mm.
not want to just deal with the baby. And then, like I said, a little bit more comedy because Kelly
Mm-hmm.
got that dude Darnell, but she told him she was British.
It was funny.
I was like, and Darnell wasn't that bright.
Oh yeah, the whole thing about the two branches of government. I took
I'm like,
notes. That
I'm
was
like,
funny.
I'm like, I mean, come on. I was like,
Right.
the president and Bank of
Yeah.
America.
I'm not even gonna say nothing political, so let's just move on. So
Okay,
let's
yeah,
keep it
let's stay
going.
out. Let's stay out the political thing.
Please, just keep going.
Yeah, but you know what, Molly showed up, and
Hmm.
there was tension right there. There was tension. They gave each other that fake hug. You could feel it.
Yeah, it was bad.
You could feel it, and and Issa's brother, he was about to blow. He was blowing up Kelly's spot. He was like, you know, you know, he asked about Brexit, and she was like,
Oh, that's boring.
yeah.
It was funny. The British bit was funny. It was.
Yeah, yeah. This was a little bit more fun. And then, you know, of course, they had the stuff, you know, from doing vending and everything. She just
Mm-hmm.
being an event coordinator. They had some woman get up on stage who wasn't supposed to be up on stage at the beginning. So I
Yeah.
was like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, off of there. And then, you know, Nathan showed up. That was the first time they actually saw each other, but you
Right.
still don't get the context at first or
Mm-hmm.
why they communicated at all, because she wasn't trying to communicate with him at first.
Right.
But then we find out later, all this
Later.
was building up. So it's like, oh, you know, he wasn't trying to get on it, but you know, he was cool with her and everything.
Right.
And she wasn't in flirty mood and all of that. And Thug Yoda was there.
Yes.
He
I
was in
couldn't
a
remember who that was. Yes.
yeah, Thug Yoda was there in the
Mm-hmm.
VIP section. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute, what you doing back there?
Mm-hmm. I know everybody. Yeah. Okay. Sure. You do.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you know, of course, there's a part that Molly comes up and she seems she trying to be cool with Issa, but then Issa gets called up to the stage. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, okay, all right.
She was trying to be nice to her. She was.
Exactly. And then, you know, she was at first she was complaining she didn't feel like enough black people were there, but
Right.
you know, they started coming in and she's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and really one thing about it, I think it did show a lot of growth in Issa because if you think about
Mm-hmm.
it, that's the most serious that she's really been because she's running everything and
Yeah.
trying to keep everything going. And you got to say it was, well, probably a success. Probably a
It was.
success. She did what she was there to do. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
Trina showed up with herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
She was Trina. So, but back to Molly for a second. So I wrote, there was a moment, you know, when Andrew said, you know, she did a great job. This is wonderful. And Molly was like, oh my God, it is great. You know, and I wrote, oh my God. I wrote, Molly be like, Issa pulled this shit off. You know, okay. She was shocked. She was shocked, which goes back to the end, how it all ended. You know,
oh yeah. Because
mm-hmm.
I mean, the way they were going at first, you would think, okay, so they started playing Wobble by Vic, and you know, everybody doing their wobble, and then Molly and Issa wobbling with, you know, they and stuff and that line dance. Andrew, yeah, Asian Bay got that rhythm. he got that rhythm. It's
right. He was doing it.
Yeah, he got that rhythm. He was up there jamming with them. And so, you know, she get called on stage and everything. That main act comes out, you know, all of that. That's really cool. But then you find out what was it? I think she thanked Andrew. They were talking. She thanked Andrew for getting a hookup with Vince, the main actor, because she went through Nathan to talk to Andrew. She didn't go, since Molly didn't want to go through it. She went through Nathan. Nathan went through. He brought in the main act.
Right. So it was the dude's assistant, the brother in black. It was the brother in black who said, Andrew, thanks for the hookup.
Okay.
And then Molly was like, what are you talking about? And so it happened through Nathan. Nathan asked Andrew, can you help Issa? That's what happened.
And Andrew, I mean, he made it happen quick. He didn't know what was going on. And Molly was pissed. She was pissed. I mean, now we can get into that.
Wait,
what are your thoughts? Go.
Start here, because this is why Molly was wrong. Andrew said, why wouldn't I help your best friend? He goes, I thought you'd be happy. Like, why wouldn't I help her? You know, he did it to make Molly happy. He's hooking up her best friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he doesn't understand the tension that's been building up over the past couple months. And see, that sentence right there made me say, Molly, you are so wrong to be going off on Issa like that. You just wrong. And I just had a huge problem with the whole thing. I really did. Yeah. She was just wrong. I'm sorry. She basically accused Issa of always being a screw up, and you can't do nothing right, and you always got to ask other people for help, and you got to lean on other people, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. And I'm like, you saw what she just pulled off. You saw what she just did. That was the greatest accomplishment of her life.
Yeah.
Frankly. And now, so she's still looking at Issa like she used to be.
Yeah.
And she wants Issa to stay in her lane. You know, the lane that she's always been in. That's how I took it.
Well, you know what? That says something about Molly. Molly might
Yeah.
have a slight control thing. It was like, you know how it's two people, they can be friends as long as one seems dominant and the other seems subordinate.
Yes.
So, you know, not
Yeah.
Molly was always the one with money. She was the sharper
Right.
one. Yeah, she had trouble with men, but she could always look at Issa like, oh yeah, I'm doing better than you, girl. You know, always. All of a sudden, Issa come up. I mean, it was just a simple thing. All she asked was a simple help. That's how you do it. I mean, I'm sorry, but when you setting up an event, you got to talk to whoever you can talk to get things done. That's just normal. That's business. You know, that's all. I mean, Andrew didn't sit in there and do anything. He just probably made one phone call and the dude was like, yeah, sure.
Exactly. Right.
And that's all you need. Right.
Right.
And it wasn't interfering with her and Andrew's relationship, because if it did, he wouldn't be there. The fact that she didn't even know what's going on.
Exactly.
So how did that affect anything?
It didn't.
And you know, you kind of wonder, well, maybe on a deep level, you didn't want it to succeed. So you got to think, okay, wait a minute, what's up with this friendship?
Right.
You know, it didn't interfere with anything.
No, it didn't.
You know, I mean, Issa had to reach out to a man who she had every reason not to deal with just to get this done.
Right.
But it was business.
Right.
That was the thing. It was just business. This is a major event, major people coming in. Business. It wasn't no personal thing. It wasn't anything against Molly, but it seemed like Molly is more concerned about herself. But what did that interfere with?
Right.
But now they about to get into it like, you always doing it here. But it's like, come on now. Issa finally doing some shit right.
Finally, right.
Yeah, it took 4 seasons, but she's finally doing some stuff right. Excuse my Francais.
Right. No, it's true. It's true. Because last year, I remember last season, I kept saying, I want to see growth from Issa. Please let me see some growth. Well, we got it in the middle of season 4. Finally, you know?
Exactly.
And she can just go up from here, you know? She can be a major event planner from this point forward. You know? That's great.
I mean, come on, event on that level, we ain't talking about some little vending show.
Right.
You know, I got experience with that. I've seen people do some stuff like that, didn't work out, couldn't get anybody there. She had a event. She did what she had to do. She had to connect to people. That's how you put on those events. You can't just sit there and just call people. They don't know who she is. It's the first time. You need help like that. And all he did, Andrew didn't even do that much.
No.
He didn't do that much.
No.
And, you know, of course, they had the one ghetto thing in there. They were about to go to blows.
They were about to fight. I was like, oh my God.
They about to go to blows until somebody say, somebody got a gun.
Right.
You know, and you know how they get, you hear that, especially in the hood, you just start running.
Yeah.
You just say you got the gun. I've been attending events where people have said that, and all of a sudden you see everybody running. Rom would just be sitting there like, okay, you know, but you know, I got this book on sale here. I got 2 all right. Why they running and stuff? You know, running out and stuff, man. We just hand the money. I got the bag for you. So, but nah, that's just stuff happened. And of course, it did rain.
It did at the end, right at the end. Yeah, that was a great metaphor. Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. It was a great metaphor, but that rain was more not about the event, but just maybe just everything. Because Issa should have been her triumphant.
Yes.
Her friend should have celebrated. In fact, her friend should have helped.
Well, yeah. That
you know, but they had all this stuff, and you know,
too.
And it's just like, wow. And that's a deep thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was sad at the end. It was. I felt bad for her, for everybody, really. But Molly was just wrong. And I really think deep down she wanted Issa to fail. I really do.
Yeah, because it would.
Yeah, I think it would have justified her belief about her friend. You know, instead it was a sex, and she like blew what should have been, like you said, her crown and achievement up until that point in her life. So I wasn't happy about it at all.
No, and you know, one of the things is that's a real thing, because yes, the show is about relationships, and you know, there's a big focus on the male-female relationships, but then relationships are more than that. Relationships are about friends, how they dealing, and these are two main females, because that you see that a lot. You get the one dominant one,
right?
But then the one less dominant one, starts to go up or starts to change positions and everything.
Right.
You just like, hold up.
Yeah. You're right.
It was something. Oh, we gotta shout out Kelly because she dropped that British accent with some cunt.
That was funny.
That was funny. So
Yeah.
it should be interesting where they go from here. It should be interesting because that was major. They were about to go to blows. They were about to start swinging.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
They were. So, as an episode, honestly, I'll put it to you like this: as an episode itself, as a whole, I give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, that's a low one. You gotta explain that one.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No. I respect that. Why 6.5 out of 10?
Okay. It was okay. On one level, it was great to see what he put on. You got the black businesses, you got the entertainment, you got the people, and the whole thing with the white folks showing up. That was on point. I was like, I understand that. And on that level, it was like, okay, this is a great thing to see what this character has created.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought, literally up until that point, when Molly found out, that Nathan had helped, I was just kind of boring. I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh my God, forgive me. I still love the show, but I was laying there, watching, have my little notes, and I was watching. I was like, I'm waiting for something to happen, and nothing's happening. And then they saved everything for the end.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's why I give it a 6.5. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. Hey, we gotta keep it real with the viewers. It's like it kind of was. It was just kind of bub, and it even looked kind of cliche, like, oh, we'll kiss and make up and friends, but it took it the other way because that tension probably not just building this season. That tension might have been building for years.
Yeah, probably.
So, and I think that's a realistic thing.
Yeah.
And one thing I gotta give Issa Rae credit for, that's really good writing. People might have some issues with her personally or some of the stuff she says, but that's a really good writing. That's a realistic thing because sometimes, especially when someone is growing, the other person or other people around them can't deal with it. Sometimes when people grow, they gotta leave those friends behind. They're only dealing with them for a season.
Right.
So now it's like, and seeing the previews from next week, look like she's starting to hang out with some other people. And it's interesting the direction because okay, she probably ain't gonna deal with Condola. That thing with Condola is just she don't have any reason to. And
it's sad.
Why Condola and Lawrence really broke up. Condola could have been like, hey, you still in the Issa, so that could have been the reason she didn't want to deal with it anymore. And then, Molly still doing Molly. She still got all this other stuff. It seemed like things are cool with Andrew for now.
Yeah.
Nathan's back in it. Yeah. Is that why you say,
We'll see.
Okay.
He's okay. Just we'll see how it goes.
Oh, okay. All right. So 6.5. Okay. That's a well, I give it. It was decent. It was a decent episode.
Okay.
It was more entertaining though. Except, even though, yeah, you're right. It was kind of boring until.
Okay, now you saying it's boring.
Yeah.
But I mean, what she was doing was great. I mean, it was beautiful to see. Like I said, the businesses, the vendors. It was wonderful to see. But I'm just talking about as a story, and the way it was being told, I was just kind of like literally waiting for something to happen. That's all.
Oh no, and here some did happen.
And some did happen. It did.
So, but anyway, all right. So we'll see. They got what I think 3 more episodes to resolve it or leave it hanging.
Well, they're coming back for another season, so
so they might just leave it hanging. I think just on a professional basis, they probably might have filmed like 2 endings.
Maybe.
Sometimes shows that do that. If they think they're going to end, they might just wrap everything up in such a way. It might be quick, or if they had a feeling they would go further, just say, you know what, we're just going to leave it hanging and go for that next season. You know. Now. I just hope next season be the last one because sometimes they stretch stuff out too far and it's like, come on now. All right. So, But anyway, yeah, it'll be Issa hooking up with Darnell, that guy Darnell or something. He can talk about Bank of America. So,
That was pretty fun.
so anyway, though. All right. So anyway, that'd be it for now. We want to thank
Okay.
everybody for watching and
Mhm.
peace and blessings. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.